Watch this video, then let's talk.
One of the most depressing divorces I ever did was a guy who was, I think, 92.
Oh, geez.
And what made it depressing is that he had left his wife of, 50-something, 60-something years for a younger woman, a woman in her 50s. And I just remember what was sad about it to me was this guy is still being led around by his dick. Like, I thought, oh my God, like, I'm gonna be chained to an idiot forever. Like, I'm gonna forever be led around by my dick. And I remember thinking, like, no, I really thought that at like 90-something, I would just, like, a beautiful woman would walk by and I go, oh, there's a human being. Like, there would be no...
You can appreciate it without...
Yeah, there would just be no sense of like, yeah, that would be gone from me. And this guy's proof that 90-something years old and you're still thinking with your dick. Like,
we're doomed.
That terrified me. It really did. It actually upset me because I thought at some point I'd get to experience what it's like to just be free.
You live in New York where there's a financial industry, there's all kinds of industries here.
Oh, yeah.
But to me, sometimes I wonder if female attractiveness isn't the highest valued commodity in our...
100% it is. 100%.
It is.
Yeah, of course.
Because men are becoming rich and powerful in order to get a woman.
Of course.
The woman they want.
Of course. What an attractive woman. And when I say attractive, I don't just mean attractive. I mean even just sexually confident. I mean, what an unbelievably lucrative career that is. Like, I do divorces for people that, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. Like, that's fucking incredible. Like, do you know what he had to do to get that? And what she had to... I'll fuck that guy for $200 million. Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. That's incredible. Like, and God bless. I mean, I'm not saying that this is the rules of the game, but you can't argue that that's not easier than going to Harvard.
No, for sure. But then the payoff, the trade-off for that is that when they hit a certain age, the value decreases.
Play it right. Any stock, if you hold it too long, it's going to go down, so play the stock the right way. I mean, and that's what I think, if we were a little more honest about the nature of male-female coupling, I mean, right now, we can't even establish what is gender, we can't establish any of that anymore. So divorce has become incredibly hilarious and fraught.
That man's name is James Sexton. He's been on the Steve Harvey show. He's an author. He's a very lucrative divorce lawyer in New York, as was discussed in there. And he said, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, as I said in another video about advice that older women have given me, one of the pieces of advice that has, oh God, it is so deep in my brain. It was actually given by an older male mentor of mine. He said, Shayna, you are too smart to not know how beautiful you are. And that changed the chemistry of my dome. Now, obviously, there's much more to a person, to a femme, to a woman, than just the way that we appear, just the way that we enter into spaces, right? We have accomplishments, we're hilarious, we're engaging, we're captivating, we are conversationalists, we have degrees, we have careers, we have all of these things, right? In the brain of a booga, those things the way that you show up into a space, and as he said, it's not even necessarily about your physical, level of physical beauty within Western beauty standards, right? It is about your confidence, your sexual and sensual confidence. That does not necessarily mean being overtly sexual, but sensuality is inherent in everything that we do. You learn a lot about somebody's essence, their aura, their sensuous side by how they show up in the room. Now, even outside of that, bringing in potentially hundreds of millions of dollars, case in point, there's more things to be discussed. And with that, I'm referring to the handy dandy again. Where are we? Don't assume that they get smarter with age. Don't assume that they outgrow the booga in their brain. Don't assume that one day they start to become a biped. They start to move past those back molars. One day they start using words and sentences. They figure out what an article is, how to use clauses and such. No. Don't assume they get better with age. A booga gon' booga till he booga his last breath. Within this same space, do not assume that wisdom will come. Wisdom comes not just through experience, because a lot of people just live. They don't live and learn. The learning part is, and that's not specific to men, that's not specific to any gender. A lot of people do not live and learn. They're just living, converting oxygen into carbon dioxide just throughout life, right? Wisdom comes when you experience things and through that experience, convert that into lesson, convert that into knowledge, and do better through that experience because you've had that experience. A lot of people don't necessarily do better. A lot of people just take that experience, turn it into sadness, turn it into trauma, turn it into just another thing that happened, and keep hitting that same brick wall again. Why do you think women leave that man alone? Why do you keep going back to that boyfriend? Why do you think that things are going to change? You're just hitting that wall again and again. A booga is going booga. But I can't stop the booga. I'm trying to save y'all. I'm trying to start conversations so that way we can do better, right? Now, once again, let me rephrase that. I'm not trying to save anybody. I'm trying to inform people. I can't save nobody. The words of philosopher Meg the Stallion. You don't want to be saved, don't save them. Continuing on. So this is why the man always needs to worship the woman. Always needs to worship the woman. That man was married for 50 to 60 years. And he left her for a younger woman. Listen, that could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. At any point, at any time. Not trying to create anxiety, it's just the facts. Now, do I believe that there is a lower possibility of that happening to someone if that man worships at your altar? Yes. Men can't multitask. Men didn't know that multitasking was a thing. They thought that women were insane when we were like, oh yeah, you just do that and that at the same time. No, they have a singular focus, a singular line of vision. And if they divert from that, then the world crumbles. Booga brain, what you gonna do? So with that, if he is not singularly focused on you, if he is not enraptured by you, then you are not his focus. Then he's focused over there. Then that lazy eye is diverting somewhere else. And do you really want a man with a lazy eye? Just things to think about. Yeah. Got a call from a number. I don't know what's going on. But these are things for you to think about, things to consider. That call really threw me off. I was on a roll. Dang flabbit. I think I said everything I need to say. Once again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that great stuff. I need to pack. Technically, I packed yesterday. But got a couple errands to do before I catch a flight. All right, that is all for now. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.